I had spent 3 years at Beltec, so as I mentioned, as sales manager at Beltec. A common link is once again Mr. Izakali Tareka. So he had, by chance, met up with a gentleman out of Fiji, a gentleman by the name of William Parkinson. And William had set up a radio station and a radio network in Fiji 10 years previously. And Kelly had had some ideas about setting up a radio station in Port Moresby. And so the two of them, by chance, met, and this idea was hatched in terms of setting up a radio company in PNG. I was working at Beltec at the time as sales manager, and when both of them sort of started to think about who they could approach to take on what was then the director of sales role, or essentially the director of sales with PNGFM, my name was mentioned as a person that may be suitable. And so I was approached by Kelly, and he said, "Look, I'd like you to meet this gentleman, a fellow by the name of William Parkinson." I had no idea who William was, and so we had a meeting at one of the smaller hotels in Port Moresby called the Ambers Inn. It doesn't exist anymore, but it's called the Ambers Inn. So around the pool, I met this gentleman, and William started to sort of tell me about the plans of building this radio station.
Wow.
And so when I heard it, I said, "Oh, look, I think I'm okay. I'll stay at Beltec." And then they persisted. Once again, the term perseverance.
Yeah.
They persisted, and I eventually decided to then join them. So I was the second person recruited. The first was the general manager at the time, Mr. Mark Rogers, and the second was myself as the director of sales. So between Mark and myself, with the help of William, we then set up what is now PNGFM, and that is 31 years ago now.